What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today we're pretty much going to wrap up the assist breakdown so we can get into my opinion on actually how strong the assists are in the game, the assist tier list. So, despite having two groups left over, there actually are there are not that many characters left, so I'm just going to do everyone at the same time. There's just the barrier assist, and then like assist I couldn't group. So originally when I made this list, I had 17 to 18 as barriers. I think they're unique enough that they get their own group. And then Krillin and Piccolo in other. But since I started this list, Janemba has been added in the game. And I put him in another group as well. He is used like Gotenks assist, and I'll show you a couple of things later, because him specifically, most people think his assist is bad, but I think his assist is pretty good. Ooh, excuse me, I'm dying still. And, like I said, I think his assist is pretty good, but it doesn't have the block stun that Gotenks has, so I can't call it a locked out assist, really. But let's start with Android 17 and Android 18. So they both have barriers, and I'll start at 18 because she's a little bit more, for lack of a better word, polarizing. So what I mean is, when you call her assist, she hops out, does the barrier, and during that time, you can't be attacked by normals. So it absorbs normals, you have to do a super to go through it, right? Now the thing is though, when you have that assist in play, even though that's really strong, because it is really strong, you can't do combo extensions with her assist, and you can't do normal, like standard, keep them in block stun pressure assists with her. This is why you usually see her as a point character. So you see her as a point character so she can maximize the other assists, kill the first character, then swap her out and like mitigate whatever else they do with the barrier assist. As far as using her assist, it's pretty straightforward. You could do a bunch of stuff with her, like, for example, Super Dash. Super Dash assist call is pretty common. Here I block Piccolo's assist. So instead you could do like Super Dash, call her, she hits, she protects you from the button, you can counter. You can do a lot of like unsafe stuff in block strings and neutral. So for example, I played Ginyu 18, I'd call Ginyu Force member, call 18, she protects you. Pretty straightforward usage. She has the small nuance that, like, since they're not in block stun when you use her, and I have, I think, assist coming back here. So since they're not in block stun, you can use her to get your assist back faster, since they're not in block stun when you call it. A little hard to show, but just do this. Okay, and then so since they exited block stun, you get Janemba back. So you have that, and they can't attack you outright. Like I said, they had to do something invincible to break the barrier. They can't use normals to break the barrier. Now, 17 is similar to 18, except his has a follow-up attack. I actually don't know if the barrier startup is the same as hers, but he gets a follow-up attack. So you get the good part of 18, where you get the barrier to protect you and stuff, and you get combo extensions and pressure with him. The other thing, though, is you gotta pick 17. But he's better now than he was before. Now, as far as other characters over here, I'll talk about Janemba last. So let's start Krillin. So Krillin actually has what people want. Actually, like, people want to either like have multiple assists or have the ability to like have your assists do different things. So Krillin can actually do that. The downside is, like, the things you get to pick from, one is really good and one is like kind of meh. So the basic one is the tracking rock throw. The rock throw is like not super great. Actually, it doesn't track. Wow, that's crazy. So he has the rock throw on one side. It's a key blast. It's not that great, but the other one is a really good support assist. It's let's turn this back on. It's a senzu bean, and you can pick which one you do. So in the case of here, Now when I call the rock, he just does the rock. But if I hold back, he will throw the Senzu Bean instead. So you get 3 of these per game, and it instantly fills your blue life. So as far as life management, it's amazing, actually. It's really, really good. But the trade-off is you gotta use that rock assist, and you only get 3 per game. So it's very similar to 18 in that you lose out on combo extensions and pressure, which is needed in this game, because solo mix-up is not that good, and you need to punish people for you being correct. Now, Piccolo is a whole other thing. Piccolo is an amazing assist. Despite being Key Blast, it's an amazing assist, because this assist pretty much plays neutral for you, for lack of a better term. It's really, really good. It just goes to where you are, no matter what. So, this I call him here, right? So I call him here. So it really just goes to where the opponent is, no matter what. It's always coming, and you can move with it. So you can move to like safe spots, and it chases the opponent. It's really, really good. It's incredibly good, and there's not that much stuff that like beats it outright. The main thing is that, yeah, it's a Key Blast, but like who cares? It's tracking you. So the main, like, let's say, counter to it is, of course, if someone has beam assists or stuff that just crushes Key Blasts. But besides that, it's a super, super good assist. And most people who play Piccolo also play him with a beam assist too. So Piccolo, the character, can use his orb, and at some point you have access to beam assist plus orb. So for example, there are people out there really playing Bardock with an orb that tracks you and a beam that clears the ground. It's really, really good. Now, Janemba is a unique one too. So, like I said before, Janemba is used like Gotenks, and he has good block stun. It's actually 30 frames. But when you just try to like call Janemba, this is why I think you use him like Gotenks. When you just try to call Janemba, the tracking is actually not so good. It's actually pretty easy to make this assist with. So your goal is to do something and call Janemba at the same time. So for example, here, right? So here, I'll fire my Key Blast, call Janemba at the same time, and it's fine. Okay. Another really good one is actually Super Dash Janemba. Super Dash Janemba is really good. Super Dash Janemba, your goal is to Super Dash at them in the air. Let me try to time it better. Okay. Now, why? So let's set the... So what does this do? So it's a Key Blast, so people are like, this is a... Usually people are quick to say that Key Blast assists are less good just because they're a Key Blast, but they're usually made to be Key Blast because they would be too good if they were not Key Blast, right? So when you Super Dash at them in the air, right, they will not have Reflect available. This will be the only option they have available, is Super Dash. They will not have Reflect available. Sparking is like whatever if they do that in the air, right? So, and you can't guard cancel in the air. So your only option is Super Dash. Now, when you do a guard cancel to Super Dash, you have to wait, I don't know the exact amount of frames offhand, but you have to wait a certain amount of frames before the Super Dash will activate out of block stun. So, in this case, let's set the CPU to jump to. So, in the case where you do it on an airborne opponent, okay, so this is what happens if you don't air dash. What you should do is air dash every single time. Oh man, my setup is lagging, so my air dash timing is kind of bad. Wow, my air dash timing is really bad. There it is. Okay, I had to air dash super early to do that, but because you will guarantee hit the Super Dash, they have to block, meaning you'll bring them down to the ground, and you could do whatever you want. I think this assist is really, really strong when it's used this way. You could also do a lot of things like with the Gotenks assist that people did before, because Super Dash Gotenks was where I got this idea. You also have, like I showed before, you have Key Blast, Janemba, they're still on guard cancel, Super Dash. You have Key Blast Janemba, you have Beam Janemba, you have like this kind of thing. I should probably actually do it a little earlier, so we should do... You get some plus frames in there. But probably the two ones that are like the biggest thing will be Key Blast Janemba and Super Dash Janemba. those two are like pretty good. There's not really, like I said, Gotenks is pretty much the same usage as him. It's just Gotenks is more block stun and it's guaranteed. So interestingly enough, I kind of mostly think of Janemba's assist as like an anti-air assist. Like that's why I feel like he's really good in the second position as well. Alright, but that should be it for this video. With that, we've gone through all the characters' assists in the game and the types of assists. Let me know if you have any final questions about these assists in the comments. And next up will pretty much be the assist tier list. I'm going to talk about all the assists in the game, what I think is good, what I think is not good, what I think is the best, what I think is not the best, for lack of a better description. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.